This video is brought to you by Differ. Be sure to check out their app in Android and Apple stores. Differ is a new and fun way to chat with your friends, and you can find out more about Differ in the link in the description below this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to JoanneTechLover. I'm Joanne, and today I'll be going over this Samsung S27D390H PLS 27-inch LED monitor. And I got this for $30 off on the Black Friday sale or around that time. That was really exciting. I just wanted a monitor for testing future systems, and also it was a good price and it had the features that I wanted. I mean, it's not like the most, high-end monitor, but the monitor display works just fine, and that's really all I wanted for 27-inch. Yeah. Anyway, and the difference between the 590p, which is a higher grade model of the 390H, is that there's an extra HDMI port, I believe, and there's a T-shaped stand, but it's like 40 bucks more, so I'm like, I'll stick with this one. Here are the accessories that come in the box. The base of the stand and the neck are missing because I already connected it to the monitor. So let's look at the user manual CD as well as the documentation and other cables right now. So in here you have your quick start guide, warranty statement, as well as safety and precaution instructions, and here is the provided cable. This is a D-sub cable. Kind of wish they included an HDMI because for the most part I don't use this, but for some of you it might be useful. Now moving right along, here is the power brick, a small one, of course, and the power cord that goes with it to, of course, power your monitor. Here's a look at the front of the monitor, and as you can see, it's got this glossy finish along the edges, but you get a lot more of that gloss on the back as well as on the stand. And this plastic, it's mainly plastic construction with this this TOC. This is something I haven't seen on monitors before. It's also on the edge of the monitor. It's touch of color, what they're called, transparent blue neck. There's the neck, as well as the bezel. Now let's take a look at the dimensions with the stand. So this monitor measures 24.61 inches by 17.83 inches by 8.25 inches, and it weighs in with the stand again at 10.34 pounds. This monitor comes with a 27-inch PLS LED backlit LCD display with 1920 by 1080 resolution, and PLS was introduced by Samsung, and it stands for plane to line switching. They're supposed to be brighter than IPS displays with the same viewing angles of 178 degrees both horizontally and vertically, and they're touch resistant. Unfortunately, there's no swivel pivot or height adjustment, but you do get tilt. So -1 degrees and all the way to +20. Here's a look at the back of the monitor, and as you can see, it's full gloss, so there are a bunch of fingerprints on there, but I don't think people are going to be checking out the back of your monitor except for yourself when you plug in cables. And also more of that TOC transparent material, and you can see it definitely better on the neck part right here. It is really cool when light hits it, actually. I mean, kind of like that about it. Now for a closer look at the ports, over here you get an HDMI port, a D-sub connector, headphone jack, because this unit does not come with speakers. Not that I generally use my monitor speakers, but still it's nice that they provided this. And I tried it with headset or earphones, and it worked pretty well. It's very, very loud. And then next to that is your power port, and down here is a Kensington lock slot, and you'll notice that there is no VESA mounting holes. I mean, there are no VESA mounting holes, and generally I don't see those on slim monitors. Now for a look at the specs of the monitor, it has 16.7 million 8-bit color depth as well as 16:9 aspect ratio, which is fairly common, but I do really want to check out the longer monitors out there. And the response time is 5 milliseconds gray to gray, which there shouldn't be a visible difference between 5 milliseconds to 2 milliseconds. I doubt I could detect it. And the refresh rate is 60 Hertz, and static contrast ratio is 1000 to 1. And the monitor is also energy efficient with saving modes 25%, 50%, or eco-saving off. And the power consumption is 22 watts, and that's really low. I've seen it at like way higher, like maybe 50 or like 60 watts. And the power saving mode is less than 0.3 watts. And now for a look at the touch-sensitive buttons on the monitor. Just press your finger to the icon and it will respond. I'm used to having semi-physical touch buttons on the bottom because of the MX279H, but hey, every monitor is different. And now let's turn this baby on so you can see it in full color. Ta-da! Alrighty, moving right along, next to that is the auto button. This helps to auto adjust the screen settings. And next to that is the source button, which also acts as menu select. But let's go ahead and kick this into analog. But since we are on HDMI, let's keep it on that setting. Next to that is the volume control. So go ahead and increase, decrease, and at 50, it's plenty loud with earphones or headphones on. Just trust me on that. And then next to that is the game mode button. So go ahead and press it so I can show you. Oh, as you can see, the colors just look more vivid, more full. Definitely good for gaming. I'm gonna turn it off one more time so you get another comparison. Back on, because I will be testing games in just a bit. Now then, last but not least, is the menu icon. So let's go ahead and go into that. And you'll notice that there is no brightness setting here, which is something I don't like, but you can definitely go ahead and change it up here. Just go lower, higher. But yeah, here's a look at all of the touch buttons. Now for a look at the viewing angles, and this is PLS, which is, I suppose, on par with IPS, but we'll do the vertical tilt first so you can take a look at that. And as you can see, it still looks damn good. Alrighty, now then, let's go ahead and turn it to the side. So side angle, and look at that. You could actually still see it very well, in fact. Let me turn it just a bit more. Wow. So this is a test of the game Transistor, and it is, just look at that. It's gorgeous, Ah! Okay. Okay, I'm not quite seasoned at this yet, as I just kind of started playing, but it is very fun. Oh, I made it, cool. I guess I can go to the next level, sweet, all right. I just wanted to show you just how great the graphics look. It's just clean and it's beautiful, and well, I mean, that might also be because of the system I'm playing it on, but I just wanted to give you a quick look. See, oh my gosh, I get a bike? How do I drive? I can drive? Okay, but anyway, here's a quick look at a game demo on this monitor. I'm in the next section here, and wow, look at that. I mean, the graphics are crisp. I mean, the colors look really good. And actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you the game mode off, since we are in a game. Do you see that? It just looks more dull, but boom, it's like it lights up. But all right, I hope you enjoyed this game demo on this monitor. And here's a look at the pros and cons. Let's start off with what I like about this monitor. First of all, it's 27 inches, which is the perfect desktop viewing size for me personally. And I like the transparent blue plastic design. It is unique and especially cool when it's dark and light hits it. It's also very slim, which is just sexy, and the thin bezel could be good for multi-display setups. I also like that all the ports are facing the user, the ones on the back, so it's easy to plug in cables, but the cables also stick out more in the back this way. And the gameplay just looks stunning on this monitor. It's very crisp with full color, and using headphones, the volume is very loud, even on level 50, which is pretty cool. And the graphics look great for 1080. Can't complain for what it is. Here's a look at the cons. So I wish the base could be made of thicker plastic. It has kind of an insecure attachment so that the display tends to wobble when touched, very easily I might add. And there's no included HDMI cable, which I found was very odd. There's no DVI connection. Would have been nice to have that option, but of course with the price comes the available display ports. And there's no VESA mount, but I wouldn't expect it as being as slim as it is. And there's no dedicated brightness adjust, but it's available inside the menu. Needs more modes other than game mode, because I've seen on other monitors like scenic mode, portrait mode, all that stuff. I wish the headphone connector was on the side of the monitor so it's easier to reach, and I didn't see any speakers, which I don't personally mind, but some may prefer speakers. And I didn't see webcam, but I use a higher quality external cam for streaming anyway, so yeah, that wraps up the cons. And now for the conclusion, I think for $199, the price I paid anyway, it's very worth it. Not as good as a 2K or 4K, but it'll do as a demo for JTL for now. Well, that wraps up the video on this Samsung 27-inch PLS LED monitor model S27D390H. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more like it, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, as well as follow me on social media. JoanneTechLover Facebook fan page, JoanneTechLover again on Twitter, and finally JoanneTechLover on Instagram. Also, please don't forget to hit the donate button so I can help expand this channel and feed this techie. One last thing is Storenvy.com, where you can go ahead and purchase my 8.5 by 11-inch autograph prints. I guess that covers it, so I'll see you next time.